Je veux demeurer près de toi, être purifié dans ta présence. Je veux me prosterner à tes pieds, entendre ta voix et marcher avec toi.
Hello, and welcome to your favorite show. One story, one word. Today we are going to read Matthew 13 from verse 1 to verse 16. On that day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside, and there were gathered unto him great multitudes, so that he entered into a boat and sat. And all the multitude stood on the beach. And he spake to them many things in parables, saying, Behold, the sower went forth to sow. And as he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them, and others fell upon the rocky places, where they had not much earth, and straightway they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was risen, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And others fell upon the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. And others fell upon the good ground, and yielded fruit, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He that hath ears, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, Unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that which he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because seeing they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And into them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall in no wise understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall in no wise perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest haply they should perceive with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and shall turn again, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, because they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men desire to see the things which ye see, and saw them not, and to hear the things which ye hear, and hear them not. So it was a little long to read, but it was necessary so that you will have to listen to the whole chapter to completely understand the comments that I'm going to say. So the things that I found particular in this chapter, in this passage of the chapter 13 of Matthew, is that first of all, Jesus was not like, I'm just wasting my time talking to people that will not understand things that I'm saying. He was willingly talking to people knowing that they will not capture the whole message. He was willingly talking to them in parables so that they will not understand what he is saying. Yes, we know that it was because the prophecies about him was supposed to be fulfilled. But I find it interesting, sometimes you go, you evangelize, you preach, and you want people to you want everybody to understand what you are saying. You want everybody to convert to Christ. But even Jesus, even him, he was willingly going to people knowing that they will not apply what he's saying, and they will not even understand in the first place, because you cannot apply what you don't understand. But what is also interesting in this passage is that the disciples came and asked him, why do you speak to them in parables? And he answered that because those people's hearts are waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing. And after saying all that, he said to them, Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. But the truth is that even the disciples at that time, they did not understand what Jesus was saying. And Jesus had to explain what he was saying. So, what is really going on here? So what does that mean to have blessed eye and blessed ears? What I understand in this passage is that it is someone who has in his heart to seek the meaning of what God is trying to say. Someone who is turning to Jesus to understand things. Not just someone who is there for personal agenda. Because what is the difference between the disciples and the crowd? The difference was that the crowd was only there most of the time because they saw miracles or because there will be food. So they were following Jesus because they are going to have something for themselves. But the disciples were there to have teachings, to have a training. So when we have that humility to turn to Jesus, to have the full comprehension of things, that's when we are able to bear fruit, 100, 60, 30, depending on how we have understand things. The more you understand, the more you are going to bear fruits.